So they're sticking out there on him.
Anderson has been their orchestrator. Top 10 in the country as a scorer and an assist man. Guarded by Momcilovic. Petty.
They like the small versus big matchups, don't they?
Crossover spin, the fade, and he puts it down.
Boy, Petty and Anderson are just mixing it up. Once they get the switch and a big guy comes out on either of them, they know that's the time for us to make things happen.
Graham McCaslin said one of the adjustments without JT Toppin are guards touching the basketball more as Buchanan unable to finish.
Bamboye just then absolutely tremendous defensively.
And Bamboye, Jimmy, playing with 4 personals.
Yeah, he challenged them defensively just then, straight up.
So the Cyclones come up empty, and right now playing in an 11-point hole with 5:26 remaining. Petty.
He's still looking for his action.
This is Anderson into the corner. Open 3. Bryan, way too much.
That might have been off Atwell's foot just then. Watch Petty against the big guy. Boom, couple of spins, and then look at that fall away. Just getting some separation on it. And here's that big defensive play. He goes straight up. I don't think he hits his arm at all, either right or left.
Boy, that is surgical defense with the money on the table. Again, playing with 4 personals. What a play by Bamboye.
See if they continue to force the action. Here we go again.
Lipsy underneath Buchanan. Bamboye got him again.
A little different that time, slightly from the side and the back.
Bamboye making his 3rd straight start in the place vacated by JT Toppin.
Yeah, I like what Iowa State is doing to challenge him too, but he's answering. There's that Atwell shot.
Atwell on a 3-point jack.
You knew they had to get him one. Did you get him on track?
Donovan Atwell, one of the top 3-point marksmen in the country, makes it a 14-point game. And the Red Raiders have hit 8 unanswered points. This is Jefferson on the box, steps back, the fade short, and the Cyclones have gone stone cold.
Now you sit on one right now. You go at about the 10-second mark, Spear. I think you don't want a rush shot here. You want to make sure.
3 straight empty trips for Iowa State, and right now they're on the ropes. Petty thought about it.
Yep, good no shot though. Now he has a chance to reload against a taller guy again.
Good movement. Anderson, open baseline. Jay, no. Momcilovic tracks it down.
They need a bucket right now.
We are inside of 4 minutes left here in Ames. Iowa State currently on the 2 seed line, according to our CBS Sports bracketology. Getting everything they can handle. It's going to be on Bamboye. He is fouled out. Lipsy will shoot 2 when we come back.
Yeah, he made some terrific blocks. Here's the other one right there. Previous to that, he gets his hand on the ball. And then here we go, the other end. Atwell coming down from long range. A big bucket for Texas Tech.
Hit every highlight with CBS Sports HQ, streaming free 24/7. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today. We mentioned Iowa State undefeated at home, 15-0 this season. The last time that they lost in this building, senior day of last year, early March against BYU. Just too much down the stretch. They would lose that game. One of just 2 losses, Jimmy, that they've suffered in this building in the last 3 years. They're 48-2 here at Hilton.
And it's amazing.
Now looking for some magic.
Yeah, the effort that Texas Tech has put up, especially in the second half, shooting the 3. On top of these numbers that you see, timeouts left 2, but I think the key thing becomes the way they're shooting it at 54% in the third, in the second half here. That's a big one right there defensively, with him fouling out. Terrific game by Bamboye.
Big free throws coming up here for Taman Lipsy. So Bamboye done for the day, fouling out after what was his 3rd straight start since the injury to JT Toppin. And we keep coming back to the free throw headline for this Iowa State team. One of their weaknesses, few weaknesses as an offensive team. And Lipsy leaving a critical point at the line.
You would think make or miss. It's either going to be a full court trapping defense or at least at half court. Nice rebound by Jefferson here.
Jefferson powers back up, left it short.
Wow, he was, three guys were all over that second rebound.
Anderson walks a tightrope on the baseline with that pass to Atwell.
Way to go, pull it back out. Nice move by Atwell. Simple, but don't force the action.
There's the dribble drive. Bryant to the basket. Boy, how many big plays has he made in the second half?
He's had a couple of threes from the left corner. Boy, that was a challenge to silence this crowd.
10 straight for the Red Raiders. And now it's desperation time for Iowa State. Jefferson.
This is where the guard play is really handy for Texas Tech.
Jefferson back-to-back 20-point games as we move inside of 3 minutes. And Jimmy, how about Christian Anderson, reinserted by Grant McCaslin with 4 fouls, just under 11 minutes left in the second half. And he has kept his nose clean since. Here he is with the ball. Anderson, jump pass, changed his mind, 6 to shoot.
He's got to go with it. He can't give it up.
Anderson doing his dance off balance and hits. Christian Anderson with some late game magic.
Well, to your point just then too, Spiro, in terms of being able to get himself to stay on the floor with that floater. Wow.
8th team foul against the Cyclones.
And a very, very good shooter at the line at 87%. And with that, opens the door a little bit.
Momcilovic, that's a 3. For the way they shoot it from the outside, you're never quite out of the woods. Quick timeout taken by T.J. Otzelberger. And this historic 3-point shooter, Momcilovic, now with 17 points. Late stages in Ames on CBS. Tonight on CBS, don't miss the 57th NAACP Image Awards, hosted by Dion Cole. Join us as we honor Viola Davis, Coleman, Domingo, and more. Then an all-new 48 Hours tonight on CBS. There's your game reset with 72 seconds left. Double bonus for T.J. Otzelberger's Cyclones as they try to rev up their full-court press defense here.
Yeah, it's catch, trap, and then foul if you have to.
Try to go for the steal, and Grant McCaslin gets a timeout. So 69 seconds left. Texas Tech by 11 on CBS. Mentioned Iowa State, one of 3 remaining major conference teams undefeated at home this season. We mentioned 48-2 here over the last 3 years. That's the highest home winning percentage of any power conference school during that stretch. But my goodness, Texas Tech did not look like a team that was intimidated in the least.
You may have to go with something towards half court if you can. Nope, that's covered. There you go in that direction at least.
Torre trying to create the steal. And now just 1 second coming off the clock. If Texas Tech wins this game, Jimmy, it'll be their 3rd win this season over a top 5 team, their 4th win over a top 10 opponent.
Whoa, he almost fell down and walked just then.
Officials are going to get a little bit of a push. It'll be the 9th on the Cyclones, so still a 1-and-1 here. As Jalen Petty will make that long walk to the free throw line.
And I'm going to say it again, Spiro. He's an 87% free throw shooter. He missed the last one.
You want to make up for that, broadcaster's jinx? A man out of Rainier Beach High School that has produced so much big-time talent over the years. And it was one of the guys that Grant McCaslin mentioned. Wow. He misses again. Well, it's a double jinx. Whew. You don't see too many of those.
No, not at all.
But one of the guys that McCaslin mentioned that has become a bigger focal point since the injury to Toppin is Jefferson. Again, works his way down to the box. That'll cut it to 9.
Yep, you want to push it to the blocks, and you don't want to foul if you're Texas Tech. Somebody's got to come to the ball.
52 seconds. Wow. Pass Anderson. It's a turnover.
They can really double team you, Iowa State, with their defense, whether it's a full court, half court, or, you know, in the half court sets.
They lead the Big 12 in forced turnovers per game, 15 per.
Just bounced it out of bounds on that one. Catching it in a bad spot. Go quickly.
Momcilovic.
Well defended out there by Anderson.
There's the sharpshooter. And he cans it. The Cyclones not quite done just yet.
They kept looking for him.
And boy, that flips the script big time.
Does
It is
ever.
a two-possession game with 42.4. A little bit of a conversation here. Tony Padilla, Jimmy, is at the table as the Cyclones have scored 11 unanswered. They've hit their last 4 shots. Not sure if they're going to put a little bit more time,
I think it is, yeah.
on the clock. Yes, that's what they're doing.
The first instincts were, hey, does it have a 3-point shot? But that's well beyond.
So not a charged timeout to either team. The officials just going to the table. So they put, I believe, about 0.4 seconds back on the game clock. 42.8. And my goodness, has this dynamic changed quickly?
Well, it sure has. Question becomes if Texas Tech can respond and break a press. And you do not want to run into that deep corner. You want to stay away from the deep corners. Now they're bobbling.
Petty, Jefferson, and the save. Momcilovic, a little bit short as the Red Raiders dodge a bullet.
Oh yeah, they get deflections. They're getting
just a frantic pace. Edwell careening down the floor. They're going to reset as Petty is bumped. That's going to put Iowa State at the 10 foul mark as a team. So double bonus now for Texas Tech. And Jalen Petty, who's been a little shaky, Jimmy, at the free throw line, is going to shoot 2.
That's a deflection and a fabulous play by Jefferson. And the quick trigger just floating a little bit to his left. And he brought the ball off the left side of the rim.
He's 0 for 4 at the line.
And they need 1 just for 3 possessions.
Jimmy, you can shoot about 1,000 of these. Nothing prepares you quite for a moment like this.
Yep, in this building with this noise, there you go.
23.8. It's a 7-point game here in Ames.
And they obviously have to go quickly with this guy.
Lipsy will fire. Rebound underneath Mosley. Big miss. And that takes some of the wind out of the sails of the Cyclones as we are down to 12.9 left. And the Red Raiders desperately trying to hold on. And once again, this building goes quiet as they start to head for the exits here at Hilton Coliseum. An Iowa State team currently number 4 in the AP poll, 8th in the net. And now in danger of falling, Jimmy, to that 4th slot in the Big 12 standings. You know, Houston won earlier.
Yep. A great effort in a lot of different ways with Texas Tech.
Texas Tech and Iowa State, 2 of the 3 teams currently tied in that number 2 or number 3 slot in the Big 12 standings. And the Texas Tech Red Raiders come to Ames, one of the most difficult buildings to play in, and improve to 3-0 since the loss of their superstar JT Toppin. Just a magnificent performance by Grant McCaslin's Red Raiders. 82-73 your final. Updated look at the standings. Arizona a winner today over Kansas. And so Texas Tech and Houston tied for that 2nd place slot in the updated standings.
Well, it was just a terrific effort in the first half. And I almost like the second half better for Texas Tech, the way they really hung in there as a group. When Iowa State kept coming back on them and making some challenges to them. What a balanced team and what a balanced effort for Texas Tech.
And what a magnificent season it has been for Texas Tech as they post their 3rd win of the season against the top 5 team in the country. Just incredible. 82-73 your final here in Ames. A massive win for 16th ranked Texas Tech. As Texas Tech enjoys the moment as they get to 22-7. Now for Jim, for Gene, rest of our crew, Spiro Dini saying so long from Ames, Iowa. Tonight on CBS begins with the NAACP Image Awards, followed by 48 Hours. You've been watching NCAA men's basketball on CBS.